Okay, let me ask you something. What if you had a memory of a perfect life, a perfect love, so vivid you could literally feel it in your bones? And now, what if you woke up one day and someone told you none of it ever happened? This is the wild story of Megan, a woman whose most cherished memories might just be the key to a future she never, ever imagined. Let's dive into her incredible journey.
So, it all starts here, in a life that feels so real, so comfortable. You know, those small, warm moments of a long-term love, the easy conversations, the chaos of getting the kids ready in the morning, a husband named Thomas. For Megan, this wasn't a dream. This was her life.
And then, wham! A jarring shift. All that warmth just vanishes. It's replaced by the cold, sterile white of a hospital room. And those loving voices? They're gone.
She immediately asks for her husband, Thomas. She's calling out for her kids, Isabel and Dylan. You can just imagine the panic, right? She's desperate to know if her family is okay.
But then her parents deliver this absolutely devastating truth. They say, "Megan, honey, you're not married, and you don't have any children." The entire life she remembers, every single detail, was supposedly just a side effect of being in a coma for 2 months.
So this sets up the central conflict, right? It's this collision between an incredibly powerful detailed memory and a completely different and frankly empty reality.
And you can really see the massive divide here. On one side, you have the life she knows she lived, a husband who's a photographer, 2 amazing kids, a whole career as an author. But then on the other side, there's the life she woke up to, single, no kids, and now jobless because of the coma. I mean, the gap between these 2 worlds is just immense.
For Megan, though, the pain is what makes it feel so real. This is the crucial point she keeps making to everybody. The grief she feels for this family is real. The love is real. So how could a simple dream create such a profound, soul-crushing sense of loss? It's a question that really makes you wonder about what's real and what isn't.
So after weeks of trying to piece her life back together, reality hits. She has to move on. She needs a job, literally any job. And this right here is where the story takes an absolutely unbelievable turn.
A temp agency sends her to fill in as a receptionist. It's just a simple, temporary gig at some new photography studio. You know, just something to pay the bills while she tries to figure out her new, incredibly confusing life.
But then she meets the owner, and it's him. Same face, same gestures, same name. Thomas Claiborne. The man she was married to, the father of her children, is standing right in front of her. And the craziest part? He has absolutely no idea who she is.
All of a sudden, her dream doesn't feel so random anymore, does it? It feels like a premonition. So Megan starts to secretly document every single detail she remembers, creating what she calls a list of impossible facts.
And the details here are what make this so compelling. These are not vague guesses. She knows he tells people his favorite color is green, but secretly, it's purple. She knows he prefers hot chocolate over coffee, that he hates strawberries, and that his late mother's name was Mary. One by one, she sees all these tiny, intimate details confirmed in real life. It's just mind-blowing. It's a perfect example of what people call synchronicity, these meaningful coincidences that seem to defy all logic.
But, holding on to this secret knowledge isn't easy. She has to hide it all while she's falling for him all over again, only to find out he already has a girlfriend. Eventually, the tension just becomes too much, and the whole thing comes crashing down.
So Thomas finds her list of notes about him, and I mean, who wouldn't be freaked out? And he confronts her. He demands to know what's going on. And with nowhere left to run, Megan just tells him the impossible truth. She explains the coma, the life they shared, their kids, everything.
Now you really have to put yourself in his shoes for a second. His brand new receptionist knows these incredibly personal things about his life that no stranger could possibly know. So what's the logical conclusion? Is she a terrifying stalker, or is she something else entirely?
His reaction is, well, it's swift and totally understandable. He is freaked out. He tells her, "I believe that you think this is real, but just because you think it doesn't mean that I do." And then he fires her, right on the spot. It's just heartbreaking. Her last bit of hope is just shattered.
Now, for most stories, this would probably be the end. But for Thomas, something's not sitting right. The things Megan knew, they just won't go away. That impossible list of facts starts to eat at him. First, he just can't shake those details. How could she possibly know his mother's name? Or about that secret farmhouse he loves to shoot at?
The sheer unlikeliness of it all forces him to rethink everything. That includes his current relationship, which he actually ends. Finally, he remembers she once mentioned the aquarium was her favorite place to write, so he goes there, taking this huge leap of faith, just hoping to find her.
He finds her, and you can just tell his entire perspective has shifted. He basically says, look, he knows that she knows everything about him, but in the process, he's realized how much he's learned about her kindness, her passion. His fear has finally turned into curiosity.
And with that, he asks her on a real date. Not to try and recreate some past life, but to start a brand new story. A story built on this completely inexplicable echo of a life they may have shared in some other time or place.
Ultimately, the story leaves us with this huge question: what is real? Is it the life we physically live, or is it the love we feel deep in our hearts? It really makes you think about the nature of love and connection, and it suggests that sometimes, just sometimes, the strongest bonds are the ones that defy any and all logical explanation.